A warm greetings to everyone. Welcome back to Inkari. It's time. I'm Kundus. In our last video, we explored different political ideologies and how they shape the way people see the world. Today, we are taking it a step further to look at political parties and their platforms. How do these ideologies actually influence the policies that parties support? And why does this matter to you and me as a voter? Let's break it all down. So, what is a political platform? Simply put, it's a set of policies, beliefs, and goals that a political party promises to work on if they are elected. It's their way of saying, this is what we stand for, and this is what we want to achieve. Platforms are influenced by the party's ideology, but they also respond to current events and the needs of their voters. Most platforms are divided into different sections like economy, education, healthcare, and the environment. For example, a party with a more liberal ideology might focus on expanding social programs and regulating industries to address inequality, while a conservative party might emphasize tax cuts and deregulation to promote economic growth. But it's important to remember that platforms can evolve. Parties often adapt their platforms to reflect changing public opinion or to address new challenges like climate change, the digital economy, or public health crisis. This means that while a party's core beliefs might remain the same, the specific policies they support can shift over time. Let's now look at some real-world examples. In many countries, you have a spectrum from left-leaning to right-leaning parties, and their platforms reflect that. For instance, in the United States, the Democratic Party tends to focus on social programs, climate action, and healthcare reforms, while the Republican Party often emphasizes individual freedoms, a free market economy, and a strong national defense. And this applies globally. In South Africa, for example, the African National Congress, ANC, has traditionally focused on issues like land reform, economic transformation, and social equity. Meanwhile, the Economic Freedom Fighters, EFF, push for more radical approaches to land redistribution and economic justice. On the other hand, the Democratic Alliance, DA, promotes policies that lean towards liberal democracy, focusing on individual rights, free market policies, and promoting an inclusive economy. The DA is often seen as advocating for smaller government involvement in the economy compared to the ANC and EFF. Then, we have the Umkhonto we Sizwe Party, MKP, which emphasizes the legacy of the struggle for freedom in South Africa. Their platform focuses on issues like social justice, radical economic transformation, and upholding the values of the liberation struggle. The MKP aims to address what they see as the unfinished business of economic liberation and equity for black majority. Understanding these differences helps you and me see what each party is offering and whether those offers align with what you and me believed in. So, why do political platforms matter? Well, they are more than just words on a website or campaign flyer. Platforms give you a clear sense of what a party aims to do if they get into power. They are a promise to the voters and a tool for holding parties accountable. If a party campaigns on creating jobs or improving education but fails to deliver, you have the right to ask, why didn't this happen? But here's the catch. Sometimes parties will make bold promises during campaigns that don't align with what they do once elected. This is where being an informed voter comes in. By comparing platforms, understanding their feasibility, and keeping track of what happens after the election, you can make sure that the leaders you support are truly representing your interests. Do you want to get better at analyzing political platforms? Here are a few tips. 1. Look for specifics. Are they giving clear plans or just vague promises? 2. Check for consistency. Are their policies consistent with their previous statements? 3. Consider the impact. Who benefits from their proposed policies and who might be left behind? 4. Cross-check with reality. Are the promises realistic given the current economic and political climate? And there you have it, an introduction to how political parties and their platform work. Understanding platforms help you see beyond the slogans and campaign speeches so you can make an informed choices at the ballot box. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to Inkari, it's time, and drop a comment below on what political party you want us to break down next, or if you liked a deep dive into a specific policy area. Thanks for joining me on this journey to become more politically informed. Until next time, remember, the power to shape your country's future starts with understanding the options in front of you. In our next video, we'll be exploring voting and electoral systems. We'll explain how different systems work, from proportional representation to first past the post, and why they matter for the political parties and platforms we've been discussing. It's going to give you even more insight into how your vote shapes the government.